The title of the book is Background Check.
We felt it was important to name the book Background Check, but it's not just that, it's also background check and the 7 keys to success in life and in business. So when you're thinking about background, you have to think about your upbringing, your environment, all the things that you saw in your life and that you had to overcome. You know, you're tapping into that background in order to be successful in today as well as in your future. So those are all the things when we talk about background check that we're really talking about.
And to piggyback on what Bro said, we took it from a different perspective as far as incarceration and people doing time in prison. When they come home, normally they have that X on their back or that felony where they're unable to receive gainful employment. And if they do get that employment, in the back of their mind, they're wondering, I wonder if they're gonna pull my background. Because if they pull your background, you could be fired off of that job. So it kind of forces a lot of individuals into entrepreneurship. I know we thank the system for it because, like I said, a lot of us should be thanking the system because it actually helps you, it propels you into a life of entrepreneurship and business. So we're grateful they did it in our case. But the title of the book is Background Check, but the subtitle is The 7 Keys to Success in Life and Business. The book starts out with hustler's mentality. And I'll be real brief because you gotta get the book for this work. But overall, it just shows how we started out young and how we just got introduced to entrepreneurship at an early age, which just really led to a life of serial entrepreneurship starting at a young age. Like I said, I was introduced to it early on and then it just grew from there.
Yeah, and it all starts in the mind because it's all about the mentality. Like he said, that's why we called it hustler's mentality. The second key after hustler's mentality is humility, because we felt like that's one of the most important keys. Like we said, not in just success, not in just business, but in life, is having a humble spirit. You know, it's not about being weak or meek, but about being humble, being gracious, having a spirit to move accordingly and recognize what's going on around you and know how to maneuver in all different situations and circumstances. So we felt it was important to really talk about that piece in the book because that's a key in life and in business.
Yeah, and just to add to what he said, like you said, humility is very important because a lot of times pride will get you in trouble.
Ego.
So, yes, I've been a victim of it. I'm sure we all have at times, but once you find that humility, it can actually take you to places that you may have never been without actually tapping into that side of your life.
And also, when we talk about humility, also we have to realize that sometimes in life, situations and circumstances will humble us. So it's important to tap into those dark moments and those hard times that kind of may have broken you down and humbled you a little bit and brought you down to earth, and really use that as motivation to tap into your greater self. The third key is embracing your environment. And that one, to me, it personally is home because that's about tapping into the way you were brought up, everything you saw in the home, outside your home, the environments, when you were in school, when you were in the streets, your neighborhood, really embracing all of that and taking the good things that you saw from it and using it and trying to leave the bad things behind where they are. And that's why we talk about embracing your environment, whether you from a poverty-stricken area or whether you come from the most affluent area. It's important to embrace wherever you're at in your life and use that to push you to be successful in life and in business.
And just to tap into what Bro was saying, the embracing doesn't mean that you have to become a product of your environment. Mm-hmm. You know, you like you said, embrace everything, pull the good from it, and remember the bad, and then you can understand why I don't want to make those same mistakes. So like we quote in the book, you know, Hov did that. So hopefully you don't have to go through that. That's what I did. That's what I do, and I take that in life as far as not only with my family, my sons, my daughters, with everyone throughout life. So we're giving you this book so you don't have to make the same mistakes that we made in business as well as in life. The next key is faith. We could talk about faith forever. And like I said, it resonates with me because I've had to use faith in so many aspects of my life, and I'm sure a lot of you have as well. But it just shows that if you don't allow it to waver and you stay the course, that you can be successful in anything. And our situation is life as well as business. So have faith, stay strong, stay firm, and handle it.
I think also to piggyback off what my brother said, for us specifically, some of the things that we tap into the book about in faith is just overcoming trials and tribulations. My brother, getting hit with a 25-year federal sentence and having faith to know that he was innocent in a certain aspect of it and that he was able to get that overturned. So that was just a measure of faith to say, he isn't even supposed to be here. We're not supposed to be sitting here talking to you, but he is. You know what I'm saying? So those are some of the keys in saying it's important to have faith. And then on the business side, it's just us having faith in ourselves to leave the corporate 9 to 5, step out on faith with nothing but a couple dollars in our pocket.
True.
And now we're looking back 10 years later as serial entrepreneurs with multiple businesses and multiple different industries. And now we're out here putting a book to give back, our experience. Like he said, hope did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that.
Right. And just one small piggyback off of that, the pitfalls of entrepreneurship when you own the business, the ups and downs. If you don't have that faith that you can get through a situation, you'll fold. So you just have to stay strong, weather those storms, and just keep pressing.
Another key that we really hammer on in the book, and it's a pretty in detail chapter, is the growing process. Because we had to grow as entrepreneurs. We had to grow from working in the 9 to 5 to starting our own business and stepping out on faith, and then hitting those hard times, like my brother said, and having to make a decision to say, okay, what are we gonna pay this month? Are we gonna pay this bill? Are we gonna pay that bill? Are we gonna pay this invoice? Or are we gonna push this one for the next 15 days? In the same way it goes in business, and the same thing that you have to learn to juggle in life. You have to make those hard decisions. But the good thing about it is now that you've gotten through it and you're able to look back and you see the growth, and you see now you're able to anticipate the peaks and the valleys, the ups and the downs. So you're better prepared and equipped to be successful. So that's why we want to give that piece in the book.
Also in the book, we tapped in personally to our actual growing pains and things of that nature. We spoke on how everything, came from one baby, which was Hybrid Impact Fitness. We showed how we were doing meal prep within the gym facility and how that grew into the business that we know now today as Hybrid Fit Food. Where basically, although it was a growth and a blessing, it came with the pains of understanding the business aspect of running restaurants. Although I had a restaurant when I was early 20, it was nothing compared to what we've stepped out on faith and did with the Hybrid Fit Food situation.
And now with multiple locations being here in Kennesaw, 2 more locations about to open, it's more growing pains that we're still going through in the process of even releasing this book. So it's a forever growing process that's going to continue to happen when you're running business, and just like life itself.
Another key is purpose. Another one we can speak on for 20, we can speak on it for a lifetime actually. But I always say that my purpose in life is for service. But to speak to that, and I know my brother would tap in on other aspects of it, I want to speak from a street perspective. Coming from where I come from, we only saw, for the most part, the negativity, the drugs, the murders, the mass incarcerations, stuff like that. So I felt that even going through my struggle of being convicted, sentenced to 25 years in federal prison, to come home from that and just completely change my life around. I know that the guys that were up under me, they're looking at me. So as they look at me, I have to show them greatness, because it's all motivation at the end of the day. They see me doing what I'm doing, I know that it'll motivate them to do something positive and something righteous. So that's my purpose in life, outside of my family and my loved ones. That's a given.
And to piggyback off what my brother said, purpose is the most important thing, because there's too many people, and that's what we really, one of the keys we put this book out is like, too many people are getting up every day working a 9 to 5 in a job that they don't like, but they have to do what they have to do to pay those bills. The most important thing for us was being able to find our purpose through tapping into our gifts. We're gifted at so many things, of helping people, being physically fit, being knowledgeable, So we just found our purpose happened to be in helping others get to health and wellness. And I think it's important that most people are able to use this book to tap into whatever their gift is and find their purpose, because your purpose and your passion is going to bring you your paycheck and your peace.
And to speak on what he said, although our profession is health and wellness, fitness, and things of that nature, the book does not just circle around you just being into fitness and nutrition or health. It's a all around book. It can help you in any profession that you partake in.
Because it's really tapping into all these different keys and all these different pieces. Like you said, we have so many other business ventures that we're working on besides the fitness center and the restaurant. We have the apparel. We have a lifestyle brand, so to speak. So we're also giving the game and saying, listen, you can start here, but you can also grow it to here and here. And we haven't even tapped in. I'm afraid to see what we're gonna do in the next 5, 10 to 15 years.
Rigging that lifestyle.
Yeah, so it's all those things all encompassing into one. Well, like they quoted in the book, the game is to be sold, not to be told. The last key that we figured was, we're gonna flip the script and call it free game. We wanted to give the real, the raw, just keys specifically in entrepreneurship and different things that we did and different things that we overcame and that we learned over the course of 10 years working together and 10 years prior to even meeting each other, just all the years of business experience that we've collected together individually and collectively, and put that into one chapter to really give, some free knowledge, so to speak. Hopefully what we went through and what we learned, you'll be able to pick it up, grab it, and run with it.
Yeah, definitely some great pointers that are going to be within the book, but you got to get the book to get those. But you're going to love it. You're going to enjoy every aspect of the book. It's definitely going to help you. And like I said, the free game chapter is a great chapter for just picking up the information. It's information filled. All the little keys, you're like, if I would have did that, it would definitely help you from a financial aspect too, because we're showing you how to save money in taking these different routes that we're placed within the book.
So in closing, remember, background check, 7 keys to success in life and in business. You can pre-order right now. Link is below. Tap in. This is a life-changing experience, loaded with life nuggets, business nuggets, all pressed together in one. So make sure you tap in and get that.
We look forward to seeing you guys grow into entrepreneurs and hearing your success stories.